Well, it has happened. Last night we had our first frost. Let's go see the damage. All right, so starting right here on the porch, this is mint, still looking okay. I never really liked the way mint grows. Like, this is just regular mint. I guess I should cut it back so it'll get a little bushier, but I never did. So it's just all leggy and long. You see that? It's just leggy and long. Eh. Except for this mint. This is a banana. I forgot what it was called. Oh, wait, here you go. Oh gosh. It is a banana mint. Yes, banana mint. And it looks pretty. Like, I like this one. And it tastes really interesting. But let's see. All right, so as expected, basil. Yeah, this basil looks rough very easily. It doesn't even have to be a frost. It's always having some type of problem. It just wilts for the sake of wilting quite often. My fatsia looks a little rough. I see the little flower blooms that it had. It looks sad. So you see the leaf just looks sad and cold, a little wilty. It still should survive the winter though. It is marginal, but I put this in the ground at the beginning of the summer or the end of the spring, so it should have enough roots in place where it'll survive this winter, Lord willing. My scented geranium, definitely looking wilty, but still doing pretty good. We got down to, I think we got all the way down to 28 last night. Hostas looking like hostas, but look at that. Even that one looks a little, everything just looks a little wilty, a little sad. My pot here, which was looking a little sad before, but these are all cold hardy plants. It's kale. These are two different types of kales. Like, this is an ornamental kale, which isn't she pretty? And then I also have it in like white, where it has white highlights. But then this is this really curly leaf kale, or I forgot what they call this one. But this is another type of ornamental. No, this is not kale. This is mustard greens. This is a type of mustard, which is really ornamental and decorative. I mean, I didn't even know they made a mustard that was ornamental, which, from what I've gleaned, you can still eat ornamental type of kales and cabbages and things like that. You just might not want to. Like, they're not bred to be delicious. So, I mean, as delicious as a mustard will be. So you might want to consider that and just maybe use them for pretty things. Now this looks rough. So this is my Tradescantia. I will find a picture from when this pot just looked great a couple days ago and pop it on the screen. Believe it or not, I have some super bells in there hiding out that are actually trying to show themselves. That's impressive. But this was Euphorbia and Tradescantia, and that definitely did not enjoy that freeze. Sorrows, prayers. Let's check out my green stalk. Now, I filled the green stalk with hardy plants, so everything should be able to take it. Like, I have my strawberries still in here from the summer. Those should be okay. I'm just gonna leave them in there until next spring, where I'll move them into a bed for furthering their life and creating some more. The kale looks good, and just I've been cutting from this. Like, we've been eating and cutting from this. That's arugula. So in my raised bed, not raised bed, what do you call this thing? Come on. My vertical garden, my green stalk here, I keep spinach, arugula, lettuce. Of course, the strawberries have been here all season. Just my salad greens I like to keep in here so that it makes a quick and easy way of grabbing something, because it's right there by my back door. So I just run out, cut some off, go back in the house. And I've been cutting from this for the last several weeks, and it keeps cutting, come again. It just keeps coming again. So that is very nice. And now for what will probably be the saddest part of this, but I left these here on purpose. I left these here because I want to record and show myself what it looks like when these things are kissed by frost. Because it is so hard for me. I mean, it is so hard for me, you all, to pull things when they look good. But I have absolutely no problem pulling them when they look like this. Yeah. So in between these though, I interplanted broccoli, in several different little spots, so that when I come through here and have to pull out things like this basil that was looking so gorgeous and was covered by all these pollinators, I would not feel bad. But this way the frost took this from the pollinators, not I. It was the frost. Also have beets in here, Swiss chard, more broccoli, a butternut squash that I've left here to try to ripen for as long as it would. Like, it just never grew beyond this size. It kind of, I planted it a little late, but I just wanted to see what it would do. And I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed that it just didn't just shrivel up and die, but it did pretty good. So that's this bed. Let's pull back some. There we go. Here's this bed. So the only thing I have to pull here is basil. I also have a pepper plant over there that I completely forgot about, but nonetheless. Last of the cucamelon that failed to really thrive anyway and create cucamelons. That'll be pulled. Here I have planted Swiss chard and broccoli and cabbage. Actually, this one is just Swiss chard and cabbage. I do have strawberries wintering over and kind of eventually might take over this bed. So interesting enough, the ground cherries that the bird planted for me, I have no experience with ground cherries. We've been enjoying them. I've eaten quite a few. Matter of fact, I left some down here for harvesting. It's like, you know, why not? Yeah, I'm gonna eat that. All right, how about this bed? So here I planted winter hardy or frost hardy type things. I have tons of turnips, which I think these turnips can be pulled. Oh, but look at, oh, sorry, squirrel. Here's my garlic. The garlic is coming up nice. The onions were planted over here and nothing. I see nothing for these onions. They were shallots. I don't know if I did it right. I've never successfully tried or grown onions, but it's empty, so there's nothing to see. But here's garlic. That's looking good, which that's great, but we really don't even eat that much garlic. So maybe next year we will. Peas here, let's see. That doesn't look too bad. Turnip, cabbage. These are collards. But the zinnias, oh, look at them. Oh, the zinnias. We knew they weren't going to stand a frost. I see more zinnias back there that got nipped. But that's actually a very interesting coloring that they turn. So this is part of the reason why I left it. So yeah, this is kind of part of the reason why I left this, because I used to pull things so quickly and so fast just because I knew, oh, it's not going to last. You know, it's time to go. But I've been really trying to create a safer space for pollinators and to get more into my yard. When I first moved here, like, we had hardly any pollinators. Of course, there was nothing for them to eat, so why would they have been here? But now it's been not even 2 years, and I've seen a significant increase in pollinators, which means I can really grow the things that I really enjoy planting and have all the pretty flowers. But this is a good opportunity for me to see, look, this is what it looks like when you leave it. This is how you know it's been burned by frost. I love the irony of things like that, being burned by frost. Call me weird. But anyway, on with the tour. Now, this broccoli was like, yes, bring on the frost. Look at that. It did not look like that 2 days ago. So yay for broccoli. That's exciting for me. Also, I've never had a successful fall garden. I've only tried once ever. Twice. That's a lie. I tried twice. Once up north. Oh, there's my shadow. Hi, shadow. But once up north, and when I originally moved here, it's been now 2 gardening seasons. I tried here, but I tried way too late, I think. Believe it or not, I also left my tomato plant. I had 2 right here, and I wanted to see what would happen. I tried to pull all the ripe tomatoes beforehand, but I wanted to see what it looked like. I knew it was going to die. I mean, it is what it is. But I didn't know what it looked like when it succumbed to frost, because I've always been so proactive about having a neat, orderly garden and all the things. But yeah. So this is what we're looking at. I'll speed this tour along for you. Brussels sprouts. Other non-ripe tomato plants. I think I'm successfully growing carrots. Oh, so excited about that. So excited. Mustard green, I want to say that is. Interestingly enough, this marigold was not having it. And they're pretty hardy, but I think it just was weak. Didn't like that frost. Our first frost. But this broccoli is happy. This amaranth is not happy. This broccoli and cabbage here, mostly cabbage and one random broccoli because I had an extra plant. That's honestly why that happened. And as far as flowers, yeah, they're done. They're done. More sorrows, prayers. Another interesting thing of note, I may or may not have planted what I later learned to be an invasive species of impatiens. Who knew impatiens could be invasive? Well, I surely didn't, but no matter, the frost has killed them, has killed them all. Which I planted 4 plants. I have now had an innumerable number of impatiens popping up in various parts of my yard, not just this bed, but now that they're drying, they've all died back and I will be happily removing them. Look at this. This is what my bed looks like. I have all these other plants back here. Don't look under there, it's messy. But here, I have limelights and pieris and rhododendrons, and I have a camellia that's actually doing well and I didn't even know it. See, every plant has its time to shine. This is what I'm going to remember going forward. That's another camellia that I planted that I didn't even know if it was doing well back here. Every plant gets its moment and its time to shine. I will stop being depressed when winter comes. Look at it. Gorgeous. I mean, look at these. Look at all the buds on this pieris. Oh, okay, this is not what we're here for. Distracted. Distracted. And now for the lantanas that we didn't think would ever go away. These are perennial here, by the way. And these lantanas are quickly becoming my favorite because they are tough plants and they get big like a shrub. I will cut this thing back in the spring and it will come up all the way new from the ground. Beautiful and full. And I'll have to keep cutting it all summer. So lantanas are okay with me. Oh, my little secret tomato plant back there is really letting folks know it doesn't like the frost. But that lantana, I literally pulled out of the ground one time thinking I could divide it because this is how I learned. And then I learned that you cannot divide lantana. So for any of those wondering, though lantana is very vigorous and it looks like you can divide it for years, you cannot. You cannot divide lantana. I hope that has helped someone. However, you can pull it completely out of the ground, even with a very long root, and just put it back. Like, oops, my bad. And it grows. And then the frost comes and kills it back, but that's okay. My little geranium that I just planted about a week ago looks pretty good. And that's from a propagation. I propagated that, so free plant. Here you can see the rivalry between the lantana and the cannas. The lantana proved to be too much. There's my shadow again. Hi, shadow. But anyway, the lantana proved to be the victor in this summer-long battle. Cannas are back there. Don't get it wrong. They're back there. Let's see if I can get a shot of them. Yeah, see, they're back there. But they didn't stand a chance against those lantana. Just Look at them. Oh. Now for the front landscape. Honestly, these verbena don't look any worse than they did before the frost. They were already kind of tired, but see, pollinators. They're still trying to get every little bit that they can, so I'm not cutting stuff back. The celosia has looked better, but still not cutting it back. I will be trying to get some of these seeds. Look at that. Yeah. This one actually self-seeded from last year, so let's encourage that behavior. All right, definitely seeing some suffering up here. Oh yeah, those are sunflowers back there, like the little branching sunflowers, not the big major sunflower. But yeah. I cannot remember the name of this ground cover, but it flowers and it's pretty in blue. I definitely see damage, but I still see some color, and I still have pollinators. These are supertunias that should be gone, but as long as there's a pollinator left on them, I leave stuff alone. Veronicas, that did it for them. Yep, it lasted so long. But seriously, look at some of these supervenas. Look, they still have color. I guess nobody told them. That frost should have knocked them all the way back. Still have some supervenas in there. I mean, supertunias. See the little pansies and the kale and stuff that I've integrated in here to help distract from everything that's dying. It's not quite enough of them, but it was as much as I was going to buy. Oh, and then my little lantana that's in the back here. Oh, look at the daisy. Unthwarted. Unthwarted. That is a clematis clematis. That was a sunflower that just got stuck in that growth stage. That lantana is back here, but it was little when I put it in, but it's looking good. It's been there for almost the whole summer, so, or half the summer, so it'll be fine. I kind of expected more from my Rebecca in the pot here with my pansies. Or are those violas? Violas have smaller leaves, pansies have bigger leaves. So those are pansies. Pansies, petals. They have bigger petals. Rosemary in a pot recently procured. She's so cute. Interesting. So right now we're observing. Let's observe what happened after the first frost. It's interesting to me that this 4 o'clock bullshit. It's native. I've got questions. Aw, my pretty orange impatiens got it. They got nuked. Not that, I'm gonna put it back. Hey folks. Is this a weed? I don't recall planting that. It looks so healthy. It really is weird. Oh, my impatiens. I will also post a picture of what these looked like 2 days ago. Oh, they were so